As easy as that. We're good.
We're good.
This is the Feminized podcast with Lauren Mundell, episode 2. Welcome to the Feminized podcast, Lauren. It's incredible to have you here on the show. As you know, the Feminized podcast is a place for the most empowering and inspiring women in the cannabis game to have real conversations about lifestyle, culture, and really the future of the plant on this planet. So I'm thrilled to have you on the show.
I am so thrilled to be here. Thank you for having me. And I'm so excited to be working on this project with you together. It's very cool.
I know, like it couldn't have come at a better time. So let me just back up and give a little bit of context. Lauren Mundell is the founder and CEO of the Hi.Curious platform. And the Hi.Curious platform simply is a place for cannabis creators and those who are curious about cannabis to find out more and to for creators to teach and guide and just really live their lives without stigma. And it's an incredible community, and I'm so excited to be a part of it finally. So you are the CEO and founder of that, but then you just published a book. So we have a lot to talk about. So if you don't mind, can I get a little background on why you're such a badass?
Oh, well, I mean, I don't even know where to start. No. I actually only recently became a badass, or at least I only recently believed that I am a badass.
Yes.
I spent a lot of years in corporate America being a complete badass, but not even knowing it because I was always like looking up and I could never see what I had.
Mm.
And that is actually what the book is really about. The book is called Hi.Curious, a rat racer's journey to wellness. And it's about how I went from being a corporate America ladder climber, and I was very close to the top of the particular ladder that I was climbing. And I started breaking, but I didn't really realize that I was breaking until I started using cannabis and I started looking at what was behind the breaking and going deeper and really understanding how to use cannabis as a wellness supplement. And then there was no turning back. I had to leave corporate America to pursue my passion in the cannabis industry.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it. And on that note, I think I'll take my first bong rip of the
Yes, I was like,
show.
shit. I was like, should we have smoked before?
I mean, that's how we should just start this damn thing. But I've just
Right?
been so excited to talk to you that I even forgot to take a bong rip. So
I know, and like
that should
all
tell you a
that,
lot.
all that stress.
Ah, little technical difficulties. I mean, nothing will make you crave weed more than technical difficulties.
Nothing, nothing.
Cheers, mama.
Cheers. And at HiCurious, we say l'chaim. It
Oh,
means to life in Hebrew. So l'chaim.
l'chaim.
It's the best puff puff pass we can do, right?
Oh, it's the best. Oh, I like l'chaim. There's a
Thank
little
you.
l'chaim.
L'chaim.
It just feels good. Better than cheers. And cheers
Well,
is already taken,
well,
okay, by the
cheers is for
alcohol industry.
alcohol. It feels like cheers is for the good times. But
Mhm.
cannabis isn't just for the good times. Cannabis is to life. Cannabis is for every
Yes.
day. And
Yes.
so that's why l'chaim. I guess if you asked for a quote or something that I was going to say, and I think we should talk about l'chaim in that.
I absolutely do too. I absolutely do too. It's a celebration. And that's one of the things that I've really admired about you, Lauren, and your, mission is to make cannabis just a mainstay of the wellness conversation. So, right, it's not a conversation about cannabis per se. And this is just kind of, I think, what I've gleaned by watching your videos, and following you for as long as I have. But it's about wellness. And then we can't leave out cannabis. Is that accurate?
I think it's a combination. It's a holistic way of looking at your well-being. So prior to even trying cannabis, when I only really first had it at 43. So I never had, almost like the baggage of like
Mm,
having to talk about why I use this plant until it was already legal
mm,
in some states. And I
mhm,
felt, as a person who had made lots of wellness choices for myself over the course of the past, 20 years,
mhm.
that making a choice to use something that was making me feel better just felt, I didn't have any, I had just felt empowered to do
Yeah.
that. And I really want more people to feel that empowerment, whether they've been using cannabis since they were 18 and now they're 50, or
Mhm,
they're just picking it up and they're realizing, like, whoa. Because for me, when I started using cannabis, I started microdosing, but I didn't know what that was. I just
mhm.
was really afraid of getting high.
Got
So
it.
I wanted to just have the tiniest little bits. And so that's what I would do. I would have the tiniest little bits. So I was discovering microdosing. I was writing it down. I was like looking at the clock. It took it at 3 o'clock, 3:30.
Oh,
I was like
wow.
that. And then all of a
And you
sudden I
were
was like,
43, and you said you were 43 when you started using cannabis.
yeah, and I'm
So
48 right now.
and okay, and so who in your life finally convinced you
So
to
nobody
maybe check
actually
out cannabis?
nobody in my life was ever trying to convince me. So let me just be clear that I
Okay.
ran in a world where cannabis was nowhere and not okay. And I
Really?
definitely believed the like stoner like stereotypes. And I was just like, and I had tried it in college one time
I
and
gotta
I
smoke
had
that.
an
I've gotta
anxiety
smoke.
attack, which now I know was an anxiety attack, but that was my first time ever having an anxiety
Mm.
attack. So like what I thought it was weed, but it was really an anxiety attack. So I
Oh,
never
wow.
had,
So you
now,
blamed
right?
the
So
weed. You
what?
thought you blamed the weed for this
I was like, oh my
feeling.
God, that's what weed makes you feel like? People want to
Oh,
feel like that? What the fuck? My heart was racing. I can't breathe. So,
okay.
yeah, so I never really wanted to do it again because I never wanted to have that feeling again. So, um, and, now that
So
I've moved.
why? What made you pick it up?
So my husband, and so my yes, so my husband was when we met, and we've been married now. We just on New Year's Eve we celebrated our 8th wedding anniversary. So we've been together now 10 years, and 5 years of that he was in the Navy Reserves, and he was a Navy commander. And we would have a long distance relationship. He was living in DC, and I was living in New York, and he would come up 2 weekends. One weekend I would come down, and then one weekend he would do his Navy Reserves. And so when he was retiring from the Navy, he was so excited to smoke weed, and I was like, "That's not happening." And he's like, well, "Yeah, it is." And I'm like, "Well, I'm not doing it with you." I'm like, "It's
What?
fine. You can do whatever you want, but like, I'm not." And
What?
so for the first like month or so, I would just like sit there while he would like smoke. I mean, the
Wow.
tiniest little bits. And I would be like just watching him, and he would be so just like cool, and the sex would be better, and he'd be more fun, and I would have a better time. And I was like, whatever that is, I need to unlock that level for myself. And so that's actually why I started with these tiny little puffs of a vape pen to try to attain whatever that looked like felt like on the inside, because that
Uh,
looked good on the outside. So
oh,
that's and then I
wow.
decided, then I was
He,
like,
you owe
all of
him
a
a
sudden,
blowjob.
I was like, wait, what did you say?
I said, you owe him a blowjob. I'm
I
just
gave
gonna
him a lot of blow.
say.
He gets a
I
lot of
mean,
blowjobs. So
that is a beautiful gift that he gave you as your guide to cannabis. Just
totally. And now it's
especially
like,
as a veteran, okay? Especially as a veteran. I mean, Man.
My husband's a special being, very special. So,
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We were on our story, on your way. You finally embraced cannabis, and you're taking these micro hits. But did you still feel ashamed? Were you kind of like doing it undercover, or were you like, no,
um,
I'm microdosing cannabis, everyone. This is what I'm doing now.
well,
Like,
it
how'd you
was
make that
like
jump?
it was 2017 when this was kind of going down, right? So, cannabis was starting to become like a little bit more mainstream in terms of lots of people who were considered like mainstream professionals were at least using it at parties in New York and stuff like that. It definitely exposed more exposure to it.
Mhm.
And I don't know. So what basically, and this is what the book is about, what ended up happening thanks cannabis is that once I saw like kind of what the fuck was going on with corporate America, and cannabis allowed me to see that because I wasn't able to see any of the bullshit. I was just a part of the bullshit
You were part of the
before.
bullshit, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
cannabis gave me this like little window every night to like step outside the bullshit and be like, that's bullshit, you know? And
Yeah. Wait a minute. Hold
and
up. I am a cog in a wheel.
yeah, and it was a slow progression, probably for about a year, but like right within 6 months, I knew I wanted to go into the cannabis industry in some way because I
Yes.
was just like, why isn't anyone talking about this as a wellness supplement? Why is everyone like this is 2017? I live in New York. Like, you live in Texas. Like everyone was still talking about it as a drug and as the worst and only stoners and I believe that hype. So if I was like, shit, there's so much story to be told and there's so many opportunities for a media platform to be able to tell stories in ways that like help amplify the messages of the cannabis industry because it's impossible on mainstream media to do that. Um,
Right.
so,
Oh God.
so
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you. Thank you. For, it's really a beautiful thing, right? You were meant to find cannabis when you did, or it
totally.
was, or it found you. And what coming from the world you were coming from, you only want to share this message with those people who are still there, who still think
Yeah,
it's, oh my God, she's doing drugs now, she's gone crazy, she's moved to Denver. It's like you only want to help them understand, but nowhere in the media will they let you talk about it because of money, ads.
yep,
Who spends the most
thousand
money
percent.
on ads? It could be cannabis, but unfortunately, the government still tied some things up. But so you created HiCurious. I mean, girl,
I know.
I'm taking a bong rip to that. And I
Let's
think you
fucking
should
do it.
too. Let's fucking
L'chaim.
do it. L'chaim. Oh my God. I just, oh,
I did I
mm,
created an app, and it's
your
really
tech chicks everywhere.
it's really weird that I created an app. Oh my God, Crystal's here. Yay. Crystal, where
Hi,
is
Crystal.
it? One of my people are here. I'm so happy because I'm streaming in
So,
a few of my places, but whatever. Is it okay that that's like in the midst of your stuff?
I love it. I love it. I love it. I
Okay.
love it.
It's like a
It's all
calling.
good.
Okay.
It's
So,
all
all
good.
right. So,
Mhm.
we're talking. Crystal's one of the founding partners. You're going to be meeting her. She's going to be doing all the creative with you. She does
Awesome.
all the editing, and she's like our creative director. So she doesn't do the editing herself. She directs the editing.
I'm so excited. So, so, so
So
excited.
hey,
Uh,
Crystal. Okay, good. Well, we are broadcasting, so we're just not on
yay.
HiCurious, unfortunately. I
Okay.
couldn't figure out the settings, Crystal. So it is what it is. We'll post it in just a little bit.
So
Um,
tell me about, Lauren, tell me about who is the person who is the high curious person who is just like, I fucking thank you, Jesus, um, for sending this app my way, who is it for?
It's for people who are either currently using cannabis, but not really feeling like they have a community,
Mhm.
or people who are curious about cannabis and are looking for a community to learn with and from.
Yes.
So that's really who it's for in terms of, your average, your general member, your general people who would download the app.
Mhm.
And what it's really for right now, as you said, it's for creators. And I'm so this the thing I am actually most proud of is that what I built will enable cannabis entrepreneurs to start their businesses from scratch tomorrow by building a subscription platform, an entire business on HiCurious. And we pay 70% and we keep 30%, and we give you tons of support and services for that, so that you're like really want to stay and you build your business here, and we pay every month by 1099. And you become a consultant, right? And that allows you to have your
Mhm.
own LLC, which then everything's going into. And so we're really, what I'm most proud of and what I will be most proud of is how many businesses HiCurious enables to get off the ground and start taking payments for what they do.
Yes. Yes. Oh, say it a little louder
I
for those in
mean,
the back who are still slugging up the hill of Instagram. Oh my
girl,
God, I will not
everyone
suck
I've
Mark
talked to,
Zuckerberg's dick. I won't.
everyone I've talked to has said, everyone smart who I've talked to has said they're taking their foot off the gas on Instagram this year.
Mm,
It's not worth it. It's the content over there just kind of goes into a black hole. It doesn't really do
mm,
anything for you unless it
right.
actually draws eyeballs, which is why I do my weird reels, because those are the only ways we're really growing.
Mhm. Listen, we know.
Because you guys were
We
like the
know at
queen and
Grow
king of
House.
TikTok.
I mean, listen, we do what we gotta do.
What the
We
dance
just
monkey?
yeah, right? It's fun, it makes us laugh. We never take any of it too seriously, and, the work is really serious. So, we
Of
got
course, my
banned from
mom.
TikTok,
What do your
though.
parents think? Are your parents still with us? And what do they think
Oh,
about it?
yes, yes. So my parents are still with us. They're kind of on their own thing. They're doing their own thing. So they just kind of cheer me on. Whatever I do, they love it and they cheer me on and they think I'm great. So that's thanks, mom and dad. I love you. But what's crazy is we fucking got banned from TikTok over this video,
Holy
this like
shit.
Betty White,
What?
homage. There was no skin. There was no smoking. There was a bong in the background, but it was not lit.
Crystal told me though today, Crystal's on. So Crystal told me like one of the keys on TikTok is no drug paraphernalia whatsoever.
Ah, well, fuck them because we're
Well, that's
banned.
why that's why I'm going to be we're going to oh my god, my bong matches me so perfectly, and also like
I
your
know. I
decor.
right? I kind of feel like we like complement each other really well in this
Right?
like
Because also
picture.
I'm wearing
Here.
pants that are the same color as your background, just to be
Oh my
clear.
God. Why haven't I been on this big view all along?
I love this view.
Me too, it's
It's
the
very intimate.
best. Yes, it is, it is. I mean, it's just everything that we're talking about is intimate. Like, this is your life, and this is our life. Um, Talking about cannabis, is just the surface. Like, we're good at it, but we really are activists in our state, and we really are working to educate, our state on their rights and how we can change laws and supporting candidates and just a lot there's a lot going on in Texas and I can't be worried about getting shut down. I can't be kept up at nights like just like wondering when it's going to be next.
Right.
It's crazy, Lauren. I had a meeting with a social media consultant today after we talked, and it was so awesome and enlightening. But it was also like, oh my gosh,
What
Like
did
there's
what
a lot riding on what I'm doing here for this platform. So, hi, Curious. Hello.
hello.
Hi, I'm here.
Uh, thank
I
you.
I can create good content,
I know you can.
and you won't shut me down.
No.
Please don't.
Not only did I not shut you down, will I not shut you down? I don't know if you checked your email today, but I invited you to earn equity in the company. So I think it's a little bit less than, it's a little bit better than,
I,
Instagram. Mark
you.
Zuckerberg's not giving you a piece of anything.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's too busy taking Hawaii. He doesn't care. But
Exactly.
his minions do. His minions sure don't want any money going to cannabis or cannabis creators.
That's for sure.
It's really sad, but it's what we had until we started this little HiCurious adventure. Because it's going to be a gated place. It will be a subscription platform. We'll be going live with the Feminized podcast only on HiCurious, which is ironic that tonight all of our tech was just like, no, we're not going
Yeah,
to do
our
it.
tech was like, nah, but instead we're live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and in LinkedIn. So whatever.
Ooh, whatever.
Go big or go home.
Thanks.
I mean, if we get kicked off for smoking, who cares? Because we have HiCurious to go back on. And
That's
as soon
exactly
as
right.
this is over, you'll send me the restream link, and we'll just
I
post it to
will.
HiCurious so that way everybody can have it there.
Yes, absolutely. Hi, everybody on Restream. Or on Hi Curious. Sorry, I wish we could be here live, but we will next time. But back to what you mentioned, what you casually dropped, that email. I did open it and I read it and I closed it because I wanted to just see you tonight and just tell you how honored I am to, just be a part of this journey, however small or large or whatever it becomes. I
Thank you.
really am grateful because there aren't a lot of people out there straight up who have the balls and the brains to build an app. Okay.
Thank you.
Period. So congratulate you all, us all.
We
I did
should.
that.
High
I
fives.
walked
And
high fives. I walked that path in 2013 through 2015 with Snap Sitter Baby. You learn more about yourself and about life and about how the world works than anything else. And you just got to keep going, and because
every
it is
day.
a valuable thing. I love this. I'm really excited about the possibilities and excited
Thanks.
about what we can do together without
I'm
fear.
I'm really excited too because I mean I built HiCurious because it was 2018 and I was like, there's nowhere to post cannabis on social media. Like, what the
Right.
fuck? I've been using social media for all the other campaigns and things I've been doing in the mainstream. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, that this is ridiculous. That means I could get I'm gonna spend all this time and money creating content on Instagram that's gonna
Right.
get shut down and then I'm gonna
Right.
lose my whole community. So there was no way
I
I was
know.
building on Instagram. So that's
Right.
actually why I started building the app in the first place, as a place to start to organize my community and understand like and really start to figure out like what direction to take the business. But I what I
Mm-hmm.
knew was that number one, it was always going to be about cannabis as a wellness supplement,
Mm-hmm.
and number two, it was always going to have other people make money before I did. That's when I
Right.
said the thing I'm most proud of. It's that when I go to the beach someday with like $1 billion, which I
Mm-hmm.
really see happening, that
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of millionaires out there in addition to like to me. That doesn't
Yeah.
mean so I'm not just there to, I know that my success 100% depends on the success of entrepreneurs in the cannabis industry.
Yes. Yes.
And like I'm willing to go down with you guys.
Yep. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. And I'm just excited I don't know, I'm excited to explore it. There are other platforms out there. WeedTube is focused also on, kind of taking down YouTube because their founder was kicked off of YouTube for cannabis. And so he just tried to recreate, YouTube with WeedTube. And so it's a different thing, which is really cool. I think that I see HiCurious and WeedTube working together.
I agree. I think
Um,
that we have to work together, and
yeah,
we should be. I think, and I say this. I've said this out loud many times. The biggest mistake I made in 2021 was trying to pretend that HiCurious was going to be all the platforms for the cannabis industry rolled into one,
yeah,
instead of finding our place in the cannabis
right,
industry's social media mix. And that's
right.
really where we're focused this year. And so that means that yes, you should create on TikTok. Yes, you should create on Clubhouse. Yes, you should create on all these places. Just
Hmm.
try to do it as, I don't know, efficiently as possible by
Yeah.
live streaming in one place and pushing it out to all the other places, because otherwise it's too much work.
Mm. It's a lot of work, but people have different goals, and I think some folks are just speak the language of Instagram really, really well and are totally cool with, kind of walking that line. Some people are totally like, I don't know, YouTube. I mean, YouTube is still a very big thing. To me, it's like an
Yeah.
ocean, though. It's like I don't know. I'm trying to do a cannonball. If I'm gonna get in that kiddie pool over there. Okay, let me cannonball in there, and see what happens. But it's such an important conversation that can never be had too much. It can never be had on too many platforms. On every platform. It's crazy that I'm not on LinkedIn right now because I have to renew my code or whatever. But I typically go live on LinkedIn because I think most people would like to watch on LinkedIn, honestly. Most people, I think, are bullshitting on LinkedIn and are bored there and are
Yeah.
fishing for like who they're going to sexually harass next. No, I'm just kidding. But that was funny. So I do. I think that people just need to hear the conversation more and more. Like, yes, like cannabis is an option. Cannabis is an
So
option before you go to bed at night. A THC tincture. People are afraid of that, and rightfully so. It can be misused, but man, they sure do feel good. Sure, it's nice to be able to sleep. That's all I know. So these crazy conversations really lead to that, I think, and that's what I get that from you, that you're trying to just break through to that, break through that chocolate shell like a
yeah.
Cadbury cream egg.
Well, the way we see
That's
the way, yeah, totally. That's exactly what I saw
my
actually.
favorite. I know, me
Uh,
too. God, I'm like craving them now. What weed
right.
did I
Soon,
smoke?
soon, just like a month away. Um,
Oh my God, Easter, please.
so the way I see YouTube, we see YouTube, for us, it's kind of like a holding repository,
Mm,
because it's such a great place to help you with your SEO, for your website.
yeah,
To be able to like link your all your YouTube content over to your site. So I think
right,
thinking about it instead of a place to be a creator, but instead more of a place to put your creations. And
right.
the same thing with WeedTube. I think anything that you're going to put on YouTube should be as clean as possible. And then
Yes.
putting things on WeedTube should be like a longer version. Like maybe, when you do whatever, you decide how you want to put things on WeedTube. But yeah,
Yeah.
like you have to have, it sucks to say, because I wish it could be like, you could totally just be on one platform. No, you
No, you
unfortunately,
can't.
fortunately, whatever,
Yeah.
you got to spread it out, because that's how you attract.
Spread it to attract is how that's That's how the plant does it. It opens up, it blossoms. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited, Lauren, about some projects that I have coming up that will also be on HiCurious because it's a safe space. But this amazing Calling All Growers show um, will be announced in a couple weeks. And I just get to interview growers, babe. I just get to interview growers. And a lot of that's gonna be on HiCurious.
I'm so excited.
It's gonna
It's
be,
going to be,
Liberty market growers, yes, but also regulated market growers. So,
well, in a state like Texas, it the liberty, it's so crazy. I've talked to a
Yeah.
lot of people who live in like Humboldt, for example, which is, where cannabis is born, right? Shall we
Yeah.
say. And
Mhm.
and I'll be like, when I first met some of these growers that I met up there, I was like, all hail. Like, I was like, oh my God, tell me everything, your magic secrets for how you cure diseases. Cause I mean, these
Mhm.
these growers are fucking
Mhm.
so smart, and they
They're
know so much
apothecaries.
more than we know.
Yes.
But um where was I going with this? So they would say to me, it's so cool that you think like I'm a grower now, because 5 minutes ago I was a drug dealer.
Right.
And I feel like
Oh, right.
that's the case. So that's the truth. And
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is what it is. And as soon, I mean, you
yeah,
don't
but
get change without change makers.
amen. Amen, amen, and, with that, reverence and appreciation that they were drug dealers and they were in jail, and they did, risk it all to give us our medicine, basically. Um, they're also willing to tell us, and, like, talk amongst themselves and share ideas and thoughts and processes and all of those really important things for home growers and growers with commercial small to medium commercial grows.
It's so
I'm talking
important.
to all of them. It's like, just what did you learn? Just share your tribal knowledge. Like, that is the goal, I think. And
It's,
that's one of the pretty things about cannabis, is that they
I
do
mean,
that.
it is at the core of good journalism
Mm,
to tell
mm.
stories to be passed down as
Yes.
history,
Yes.
herstory for for generations, because here we are, even though we live in a digital age and everything is going to be saved, blah blah blah, whatever.
Mhm.
Who knows? Who cares? It's important that we
Right.
start to spread the gospel now and
Mhm.
start making history today. And
Yes.
these people are the ones who are going to teach us how to make this modern medicine that everybody wants to make, and they're the
Yeah.
ones who have 30 years growing the plant, and they have that background to know what is
Yes.
medicine, how do you get it to produce, how do you get it to, it's the shitty thing is what ends up happening
Mm.
state by state is that goes away when legalization comes.
Well, that is why we are so fiercely, like, we're clinging on to home grow. Like, home grow is what's gonna make this happen even bigger, and, well, it make this happen. This is flower. Flower is not legal in Texas, and so, my husband Patrick and I are very, very, very fierce advocates for home grow because we are in Texas. um, it's our right to grow whatever the fuck we want to grow on our property, and that means a lot of things to a lot of people. And so we're working hard for that. And I just want you to know that. And we want to learn from other states who've been screwed out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think Illinois is a great case study for what not to do.
Oh,
Fuck.
but oof, but
Colorado, I mean,
they had
I
such
think
beautiful social equity though.
what?
Then they had such beautiful social equity in
Where?
Illinois. Illinois, Illinois, Illinois.
No, they
The
have the
social
worst. It's the
mm,
absolute worst.
listen, what they passed though was a beautiful
Yeah, they may have
dream.
passed
What
something
they
beautiful.
passed, and that's all we heard about 2 years ago. And
Yeah.
it's like crickets until then. You hear
No.
whisperings. Again, we down here in Texas, girl. We don't
Well,
we
girl,
I'm
you should be
hearing
watching
things.
Hi.Curious, because Erica Tari, otherwise known as Mary Jane Jackson, has been sharing her journey as a social equity applicant in in Illinois for almost 2 years now. She
Gotta
just
land
recapped it
Lincoln.
on her show the other night on Hi.Curious, and
No.
basically just over last year, in 2000, um, $1 billion in cannabis was sold in in Illinois, and there was only 7 owners, all white men, in the entire state. 2022, 2021, they sold over $2 billion worth of cannabis.
Mm.
And still, no one from the social equity program has earned $1 of that. So they have spent
Oh my God.
2 years
Oh,
fucking over their social equity applicants
yeah.
with a
Yeah.
million bullshit
And that was a big
lies.
white horse that they rode in on, I swear to God. And that's why it's like, whoa, homegirl got
It's
left
the
behind.
fucking
Like,
epitome of
I
systemic
didn't even think
racism.
to look. Oh, God. That's a nightmare. It's a
It's a
fucking
nightmare. And
nightmare.
so and then New York also passed a beautiful, beautiful bill, and it's going to
Yes.
be, and
Mm,
God bless Andrew Cuomo for you know, fucking someone and trying to cover it up
mm.
using this little cannabis bill that he passed on March 31st. Just happens to be in the midst of his whole, dirty scandal. And you
I
know,
love
New
it. Give me
York
the juicy
has the
gossip.
weirdest laws. New York has the weirdest laws, cool laws. But
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
it's like it's already been a year. Now it'll be a year. No, very little progress has been made. And the only progress that has been made is now that the now flower is available in New York,
Right.
which is
Okay.
good.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
only place that it's available is fucking sorry, Curaleaf and and the other big like true the big businesses, and you can't, you're not getting it from a craft grower if you're getting it
No,
there. Let's
no,
just say that.
no.
And
Right,
so
right, right.
I always say the further away you get from the plant, from the grower,
Yes.
the same thing with food. And this is like
No,
what I did
absolutely.
before I was ever really in cannabis. I was a food and wellness marketer. So,
Mm,
nutrition, you don't eat a broccoli cheddar potato chip and go, this is good for me. You're like, this is a treat. You eat broccoli because that's good for
mhm,
you. And
mhm.
it's not broccoli when it's in a chip. So it's the same thing. It's not cannabis medicine when it's all the way down the line necessarily,
Mm-mm. No.
made into a powder, right?
No, 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 no. It's not. And, we have a much, thankfully for your work in the food industry, Lauren, we have a more awakened audience, okay, who pays attention to what their ingredients are. And the only ingredient in this little bad girl is rainwater. Thank you.
Rainwater.
Yes.
Is it collected from
Richard,
like the nose of a peacock in
no.
Bangladesh or something? I mean,
Basically, no, it's rainwater from my region. It's Richard's Rainwater. I'll tell you all about them. We'll probably cut to a commercial. No, I love Richard's Rainwater and I have a subscription. Okay. That's how much I love it. But back to what you were saying, cannabis should be close to the source. And that's why I'm so excited about what we have going on with all of the, kind of the projects coming up this month that involve only growers, and I'm just really excited to again just try to give them a voice,
I'm really excited
all
too,
of
and I
them.
hope
So
I
thank
hope we
you.
can build some subscription communities for them where they
Yeah.
can actually get paid to teach people how to grow, because
Right.
there ain't no there's nothing illegal about teaching people how to grow, and
No.
you can certainly get paid for that while you wait for the work, for the harder work to happen. And
Right.
if we can create some little gold mines.
Beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my God, Lauren. Okay. Oh, you're incredible. I never want this conversation to end, but we will have to wrap it up. However, I have 3 questions that I ask all of my guests, okay?
Okay.
First question is, and if you need to smoke, smoke. Of course, those are always the rules.
I have a full bowl
Um,
here, so I probably should.
I wish that I had a full bowl, but I don't have anybody who can give me a full bowl, so it's so sad. Wait a minute, oh my God, there's magic.
What?
There's magic, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Ooh, I better get my grind on because that's what I do. Um, but okay, the question is this: Dream Smoke Sesh Circle. Okay, three,
Oh,
you and three other people, dead or alive. Doo, 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 doo. What's the music gonna be? Ooh, thank you. Yes, get it, girl. Wait, what are you smoking?
did you ever meet Chelsea from the Republic?
No.
So she's a producer and grower. This is her
Yes.
outdoor flower that she
Ooh.
grows. It's literally 5 minutes away from me. Um,
Can you
this is
connect me?
you're gonna die. This is
This is for
I'll
you,
introduce
Chelsea
you.
Laheim.
L'chaim.
Um,
This how much do you
Laheim.
think this is how I don't even know how much is an
Mm.
ounce in Texas?
Like friend ounce or street ounce? I mean, it's all street ounce, right? That's why I'm asking. About 500 for good.
$100 an ounce.
Oh shit, that's
$25
right.
a quarter for outdoor grown, beautiful smell right down the street. It's like your rainwater for your weed, grown right down the street.
Fuck yes, fuck yes, fuck yes. When I drink this, it feels like it doesn't even hit my stomach because it just absorbs in all my pores. I feel like that's what that weed is like.
It is. It's like
Like
my
it's just like,
terroir. It's like literally
does it
my
even
outside
get?
in. It's like all the nutrients from the
I,
soil around me in me.
mm. You need that.
I
That
know.
keeps you healthy. It literally keeps you healthy. Okay, tell me, who is your dream smoke sesh?
Okay. God, this is so. It's like a lot of the people, unfortunately, that I want to smoke with, I don't like. I feel like there'd be a hard conversation about like getting
I
them to
feel like I
smoke.
have to back off.
I feel like they might be like, we first have to have a long conversation about if they smoke, but like,
Okay.
honestly, my probably the people that I would want to smoke most with would be my husband and the Obamas.
Hey! Oh shit, that's a good one.
Because
Yes.
it would be so
Oh,
amazing.
that's a
It
good
would be
one.
so
That's a good one.
amazing to like just know that you smoked weed with the Obamas. Like, of course, no one else could know that you smoked weed with the Obamas. And
Yes.
also because the conversation, I mean, I'm honestly intimidated by what the conversation would be. Thank God I have my husband because he's 10x smarter than me. And like, because fucking, they're
I'm
the
very
smartest people. They're so smart.
Oh,
So,
you're gonna have the best time. You're
trust
gonna
me.
have the best time. Okay, amazing answer. Okay, second question. Second question. What Get me one other woman who's killing it in the game right now.
One other woman that's killing it in the game right now. I'm gonna have to give those props 100% to Rosie Matteo right now.
Hey, Rosie.
Rosie, so Rosie and I both worked in actually the same building in New York City at like and did a similar work. So I really have so much respect for her and the path of her career. And she is just she's fucking killing it. Like she's at the top of her game right now, not only from a business standpoint where she has all the big clients, which I'm sure has its positives and its very negatives, which and she also has a sick fitness regime. She's actually last year she won a bodybuilding competition.
Is she like an influencer or a
No, she's a
tech
CEO
girl?
of Matteo Communications. She
Okay.
owns the number one public relations agency in the industry. She works with everyone top
Oh
down,
my gosh.
and
Oh,
she is
Mattio
the
Communications.
coolest, the nicest,
Amazing.
and she
And the
won
fittest,
just on the
clearly.
side. She ran the New York City Marathon. She
Oh,
won the bodybuilding competition.
she's
She
amazing.
is a mom of four.
Oh my God. What?
So I just want to give the like all out
The
hustle
Superwoman,
award
the
to my
Wonder Woman
girl Rosie
Award.
Patio.
This one's for you, Rosemario. I wasn't even gonna take another rip, but I am, okay?
But
For
I
you,
am.
Rosie Mattio, and your four kids and your hot bod and your inspiring ass.
Girl, wait till you see this ass.
I don't even need to see it.
She just turned 40.
Ooh. Oh my God, this weed is so good. Oh. Okay.
All right.
Last question, my love.
Last question. These are good questions. Very
Thank you.
fun.
Thank you. What would you tell your 13-year-old self today about how to thrive in today's society?
Okay. I know what I want to say, but I might have to take it first.
I mean, hello, feminized podcast. Okay, you got to take your hits. It's mandatory. And I love your hair, Lauren. It's so goddamn good. It's
Thank you.
so artistic. It's like
Thanks.
beautiful art. It's so beautiful.
Thank you. I go to a really cool barber shop where they do like
Yeah.
really cool like it's called Barber Theory.
Oh,
Very fun. Yeah.
Barber Theory. I mean,
Yeah.
it's worthy of the close up. It's totally
Wait, I always forget
it's
which way to
so
go.
good.
Okay, look.
It's good. It's hot. It's a fucking hot cut. You're like, give me the hot soccer player,
You know, I
please.
wear my wigs a lot, but like this is my actual hair. Like it's not
Oh,
like
it's
I don't have a
awesome.
good look underneath. But the
Yeah,
wigs,
of course.
I started wearing. I'll go back and answer your question, but I started wearing the wigs because the I don't like the way my like short hair looks with hats. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
it makes me look sick.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and so I started
Fair
just
enough.
wearing wigs when I wanted to wear like a winter hat. It would keep me warm. I would wear a wig or whatever. And then I started loving it and I started going
Cute.
live with it. And there you go. There you have it.
Love it. Done.
So, okay.
13-year-old self.
13-year-old self.
How to thrive in today's society.
Lauren, nobody has it figured out. So you don't even have to worry or even try to figure it out because nobody has it figured out. So just live life every day and follow your dreams and trust your gut. Trust your gut.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This was
Thanks.
so fun.
Anytime. You're always welcome. Tell people how to find you.
Oh, well, of course, you should download the HiCurious app. It's available on Google Play and the App Store. Hi-Curious has a little butterfly. You can also, if you're interested in my story, you can buy my book, Hi.Curious, which is about to be available on Audible as well. Maybe by the time this podcast comes out, it will actually be available on Audible. Which, of course, I read it, and it was very personal to read it. And this is a very personal story about how I found cannabis and how it changed my life. And not all the ways were the best. So,
Right. Oh, I can't
so
wait to
download the
get
app,
into it.
buy the book, follow us on Instagram at Hi.Curious, connect with me on LinkedIn, all the places, and you can't really miss me. I've been putting my face out there lately.
Thank God. Thank God you have been. And when I saw your beautiful face, it had jewels all over it at MJ BizCon,
I
and
was
we just took our breath away. We were just so grateful just to see you in person. And, here we are, chatting it up on the podcast. And there's so much more to come. But I'm
yes.
so grateful to have you on the Feminized podcast. Please, please come back. And I just want to tell you I love you.
Love you too. Thank you
Thanks
so
again
much.
for
This
coming
was so
on.
special to be able to do this on the day. Like I invited you out to the advisory council, and regardless of what you decide, you're
Oh,
already
it's
fulfilling one of the old, like main things by doing this. So you should probably accept because like you're already doing one of the main things.
I'm in. I'm in. Okay. As if you didn't know
Yay!
already, I'm
And
in.
I'll tell you, I'll, I don't want to share who I invited just in case they don't come and then everybody,
Sure.
but,
Sure,
but
sure.
it's going to be a really cool group. So
Hmm. Well, I'm excited, about what I can contribute
yeah, and it's only
and
going to be
of
like
course
six
learn.
or
I'm always
seven. It's
learning.
like five,
So,
five between 5 and 7 people. And I want to thank you because first I was like, oh, I'm going to bring Kim on. And then I was like, I want to bring Annie in. And then I was like, you know what? I should put together a council. And that was
mm,
after I talked to you because I was like, I also want Liz in this. And I want to broaden it instead of narrow it. So
right,
this is
right.
going to be this year's advisory council.
Sure.
And everybody will be on the cap table, together as the advisory council, and everybody will have a piece and hopefully want to continue that a second year, and we'll add other people to it. So
Yeah, listen, it's all a work in progress, and I'm just excited to be a part of your work, baby. I really,
well,
really am.
likewise. Thank goodness.
And
This is the year that we really make a big splash together. I think
this is
our
it.
ships have been passing in the night for a couple of
Mhm.
years now, and I've loved being a part of your journey from afar. And now our journeys are gonna start to go like this, and
Yeah,
I'm
like little
very excited for
butterflies.
it.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
All right, sister. Well, I'm sure I'll talk to you tomorrow. Cheers. We're still live and we're still going. The podcast, I think we'll probably do a little editing, little clipping here and there.
Okay. Yeah.
But I
Totally.
really, I just want to tell you how grateful I am. Thank you
Thank
for your
you.
authenticity and just patience with all the tech tonight and
Please.
all of it.
Thank you. And next time we'll figure it out and all that.
Yeah,
But we're getting
yeah,
there.
we
The
are.
fact that we did it and that people could see it,
Yeah,
and you have the whole video, our
yeah, it's
mission
gonna
is
be great.
accomplished.
That's right. That's right. L'chaim,
We
okay?
can't do we're already doing the most.
We are doing the most. We
And
are,
so we can't expect perfection because if we do, we're going to be dissatisfied all the time.
truly. Although I live with perfection, so it can be
Aw.
difficult. Oh, all right. Big love,
Oh.
sister. Big love. All right, let's talk tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Ugh.